Hello and welcome back to the Mobius Archives. This is your host Mobius Rex, and we are playing Agrarian Skies 2. Alright, so last time we were here, we actually had a fisher in our hand and we needed to get it powered up and set up and placed all nice and right. And here it is, placed all nice and right. It needs to be above water. It needs to have power, obviously. And it needs to have some place to put its inventory, so it's pulled string from somewhere, but it's also gotten some pufferfish and raw salmon and raw fish, so that'll be useful for later. Actually, didn't I see a recipe that needed pufferfish? A ring of what? I don't even know what that does. Core data. Core data. Huh. Food, obviously. So that might be good, actually, for food. Fish trap bait. Huh. I guess there's fish traps in Pam's. And brewing water breathing potions and turning it into raw fish. Oh, that's what I was looking for. I think. The fishing core. So we need actually the fish to get the fishing core. Oh, that's interesting. Core data. Anyway. For today, I think we're actually going to start with Applied Energistics. It's been requested by FatMat. I can't remember the number that's in your name, FatMat, but for you, we'll take a look at Applied Energistics. For me too, because I've been wanting to get into this for a while. You could tell by the amount of chests I have all over the place that getting some type of stuff going on here is actually probably quite important. So we have two directions to go in the quest. We have growth acceleration. Place a growth accelerator next to a water block that has an AE seed in it and apply power. And it will purify the crystals. I wonder if it has to be ME cables. Huh. So the crystal growth accelerator takes a flux block, quartz glass, which is nether quartz or other dusts with regular glass. Yeah, just with regular glass. And this thing, a fluix, oh damn. One charged Certus quartz, one nether quartz, and one redstone dust into a puddle. I think I've made that before. Where I put that item, I don't know. But that's what actually having an applied energistics system will help with. So since we are doing applied energistics, I might as well grab some of these pure Certus crystals. Some of the silicon. Not sure if the skystone block will be useful. If it does become, we know where it is. There we go. Flux crystal. I did make it up. And we'll need some of this Certus quartz dust, definitely. Charged Certus quartz crystals. Lots of stuff. I didn't make a satchel here, did I? Maybe I'll go ahead and make a satchel so I have more inventory space to put stuff in. Actually, isn't that a quest? Storage Wars. There's backpacks and spiffy satchels. This spiffy satchel I think I want. Spiffy satchel, which is just leather, wool, and tin. Alright. So, basic satchel, tin, leather, and wool. Where'd that leather go? So leather. Just gonna make one, and we need tin. A couple pieces of tin. And that gives us a satchel. Now, how do we use it? Shift for details. Empty. Just right-click to open it up. So it's kind of like one of these one of these strong boxes. Slightly smaller. So I guess if we improve it, we'll make it bigger. Let's see about that quest. So we get another satchel as a reward. It's okay. Anything in it? No. So we need Invar and some tin nuggets. So 1, 2, 3 tin nuggets. And a couple Invar ingots gets us a slightly bigger satchel. Right. And this one, what do we need? We need hardened glass and Invar nuggets. Not bad. Hell, I even have 3 Invar nuggets. Just need the hardened glass. Hey, hardened glass. What do you figure? A reinforced satchel gives us slightly bigger inventory to carry junk around. And reinforced needs to be upgraded with Enderium. Good thing we have a great Enderium farm. Great. Not perfect, though. What we're actually kind of short on is Shiny. Shiny, we're only stuck at 20. Oops, we're stuck at 20 because it's reliant on what we get from crushing. And crushing isn't always, efficient. We're not getting anything in that smeltery, so, it's basically luck that you get any shiny at all. For now, this should do, and we need Electrum. We need Electrum Nuggets. What's this satchel? Oh, I can't make that. Electrum Nuggets. So, turn you into... Actually, I have ingots. Never mind. Bar into nuggets. And nuggets here. And that should give us a larger size satchel that we can use. And we could just put anything. Whoops. We could put our lunch in there. Anything that we desire in there to clear our inventory space. Although I wanted what? And the charge sorts. I wanted to get some of this growing. I am needing to disable our ring of magnetization. So there's just one of these, and one of these in a couple seconds, and bam, we get 3 Fluix crystals. Nice. I wonder what happened to the rest of them. Dun dun dun. Wait, well, what? Why am I picking this stuff up? I turned the magnetization ring off, right? Yeah. Alright, so we have 5 Fluix crystals. 5 Fluix crystals turn into... Or 4 Fluix crystals turn into this thing, Fluix block. Or crystal growth accelerator. We need 1 of these. So I'm actually going to get 4 of these made up. 1, 2, 3... Maybe 5 of them. 4 of them for now, just to get the accelerator working. And fast. Oh, I just need ME glass cables. Which is pure Fluix crystals and quartz fiber. Quartz fiber is like that. So we're probably going to need a good deal of those. Might want to get a stack of sand cooking up. Just in case. Looks like this takes a lot of glass. And I don't have an automated glass system just yet. Do you have automated sand production? So that'll help. So it looks like we'll need more Fluix crystals. So just going to pop some more of these into the water. And turn my... Oh, I don't have my bubble on, so that's fine. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. And 1 more for good luck. I'm sure I'm going to need a lot more... Fluix crystals before I'm done. But this should get us started with crystal growth accelerators. Let's grab a couple of these for now, not spend all of our Fluix crystals. And... there we go. Crystal Growth Accelerator. Do I get a second one? Applied Engineering. Oh, I need a charger. Let's see what the cost of the charger is. Charger costs... not much, actually. We could probably do that with what's in our inventory. There we go, charger. Fluix production. So let's actually go to a place where we have a power line, and let's grab a power line. Let's grab all our power lines. We have 5. Not really enough to do much, but what can I tap into? You're doing okay, but I want to leave you alone, keep you on an independent power system. These guys are solar powered, and lava power is coming out this way, so I think we'll tap into lava power temporarily. All my conduits, cables, and stuff. Alright, might as well use this area. We don't really use it for much else. Just yet. So, this is going to need charging. And I guess what I do is I open my satchel, grab a Certus Quartz crystal, for example, and plop it in there. Oops. And don't double click. Does this charge it? Oh, there we go. It got charged miraculously. So we can pipe stuff in and charge crystals as we need to now. So we're no longer dependent on stuff. And we could claim that reward, which is a pure Certus quartz crystal, which if we had, whoops, an inscriber, we can make a printed calculation circuit. The growth chamber allows you to grow and purify crystals without the need for puddles. That's nice. Okay, let's check that out. So you would need 6 crystal growth accelerators. And not much else. Okay, I think we can get that done. Now that we have a way to make crystals as we desire. And just turning a bunch of them out there. Look at that explode. And now I want my ring of magnetization on. There we go. And we've got 35 of those. I want 6 of them. I have 1, so I want 5 more. Let me do this off camera and be right back. Alright, just getting the last pieces made up. We just need a hopper. Just 1, and then I think, yep, we have everything for that crystal growth acceleration chamber. And we can claim that reward. It doesn't expend anything out here, but it did give us this inscription table. So let's see if we power this up, how we can use this. So just put it... This feels dangerous. Just with all these cables here, I'm going to have to make a platform or something. Or maybe get it its own power system. Right now, whoops. Right now... Do I have my magnet on? Because if I lose any of this, I'm going to be pissed off. Alright. You're fine, you're fine, you're making lots of lava. I think we're good to tap into more of this. But I think I'm going to move it to the side as opposed to back. Yeah. Let's do that. Alright, so we have the crystal growth chamber. And I guess... nether quartz seed, nether quartz dust, and sand. And put the charger down while we're at it. So nether quartz and sand gives us nether quartz seeds, 64 of them. What's the other pure thing that we can make? So we can make pure fluix crystals, which is fluix seed from fluix dust and sand into water. And we can make pure Certus quartz, which is Certus quartz dust and sand. I think we have a few of these pure Certus quartz, enough to start with. I'm going to get these nether quartz seeds started. So, in here, sleeping, 0, 1000. Is it not getting power? Oh, hold on, it's not getting power. From the looks of it, let's just get our stuff out and get this back, if we can. So what's going on here? Need a better place so we could actually look at what's going on with our power systems. Alright, so that's not connecting up. Is there a reason for this? So while the charger can actually use these thermodynamics cable directly, the crystal growth chamber can't. So that's why I'm having a lot of trouble here. I think we need an energy acceptor. I'm just guessing here for some list stuff. But I think we need an energy acceptor to get this stuff started. I have enough quartz glass. Do I have any? Yep, fluix crystals. Let's see about this. Go energy acceptor, and I'm going to make an energy cell, the most basic energy cell that we can make right now. Which actually requires some fluix dust, which I have some downstairs. Alright. So, assuming I have everything set up correctly, does this just accept energy from anywhere? No, so we do need an energy acceptor. Let's put that right there. So that's accepting energy. That's starting to fill up, which means our crystal growth chamber can go here, which means our seeds can go in that. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Crystal growth chamber suddenly turned on, has 10,000 AE, and boom. And takes 30 seconds to turn these from regular nether quartz seeds into a complete power drain for the crystal growth chamber. Because we're too much for it. Alright, well let's see about getting the other stuff started. So inscriptions, we need the inscriber calculation press and the inscriber. Inscriber is fluix, sticky pistons, and iron, and the inscriber calculation press takes an inscriber. What? No, it takes molten lead into a cast. Alright, we can make up the molten lead and pour it into a cast. There you go, lead, 1 ingot, into casting table, no cast, gives us inscriber, calculation press. Alright, couple sticky pistons, and inscriber calculation press. Nice. There we go, we have an inscriber. So now, presses can be gotten by sieving various metal through blocks, and we have inscriber engineering and a reward bag. Let's check out that reward bag. And it is wither iron. Can be used to craft tools. What can this be used for? Unbreaking Den. Withered iron axe. Ritablest. I don't know what that means. Different. Interesting. Alright, but back to applied Energistics. Does that open up anything else? Yes, it opens up the basic network. Let's see. And the cramped corners back here. I think I just took over the fish pond. Funny enough. Ooh, we got a book. Brilliance 2 and Bane of Arthropods 4. Killing spiders. And these are fully grown. Nice. So while we're here, I'm just going to make up the other 2 presses. So one needs copper, one needs nickel, and I'm just hoping they don't mix with anything in here. And just going to make those presses up, and then we'll be done with making presses. In fact, I already have 3 engineering presses because I accidentally made them previously. Alright, nickel gives us a silicon press, and the copper gives us a logic press. Alright, so now we have all our presses, and we have 1 inscriber, so that should give us something to start with. I don't know how the inscriber gets powered, or if it even needs power, for that matter. I guess it does need power, so we'll just plop it on this thing. As this thing charges up, it should charge the press, and then we'll figure out how we can use it, or how to use it. I guess we put that and some stuff in it, right? Recipes. And we make printed calculation circuits, printed logic circuits, printed silicon, printed engineering, and other various things and doodads. But that's not what we're getting. We need ME terminals. We need ME storage cells, and we need ME drives. So the ME drive, of course, starts with an engineering processor, which is printed engineering circuit and printed silicon inside an inscriber, smashing down on redstone. So we need engineering press and a diamond, or a couple diamonds. Alright, so engineering press. Going to do the first ones by hand, and then we'll figure out how to automate this. Let's get 4 of these for now. Oh, you can only put 1 in at a time. That's interesting. Alright, and we need a silicon press. And silicon, I'm assuming, to make up printed silicon. We are probably going to need a few more of these than I'm actually making up here, which is 8. We'll find out as we progress. Alright. So we have 8 printed silicon. And we and going to plop things in one at a time, and we need redstone for them to mash together with. There we go. I think I need 2 for the drive. Yeah, 2 for the drive. There we go. And crafting table, please. Then that gets us a drive. Nice. First thing, ME cable, we're done. Storage cell, which requires a storage component, which requires a logic processor, which is the gold thing. So looking at our supplies, I'm not convinced that we have enough materials for gold and shiny to move forward. So we might want to take a look at a few more plants that we have available to us. So in addition to the endearing... So in addition to this endearing weed seeds, which produces lots of plants, there's these nickel weeds and diamond weeds and platinum weeds. Platinum's going to get us shiny, so we need to keep a shiny block around. Iron weed for iron. Milk. What? Really? Huh. Milkweed and leather. Huh. So it looks like we could get a lot of resources from that. But we can definitely get shiny. We definitely can get gold or lumium. I don't even know what that is. I know we already have a gold plant. Just don't know what it's called. An enderworld weed will actually produce ender pearls. Endearing weed will produce enderium nuggets. So I might actually want to get that planted itself. How do you make that? With enderium blocks. Okay, because I think I only have the enderweed. Huh, so we could actually get enderium itself. Huh. Interesting. Alright, that was a distraction. So off camera, I'll make up some of those plants, just to get them done and to get them out of the way, and maybe make up a few more golems to harvest those as well. Okay, so we have our first logic processor, and that allows us to make the storage component if we had stuff out of our bag. There you go. And then the storage cell should just be like that. ME1K storage cell. And we have the drive and the storage cell. We're not doing much with it right now. And they probably need power that they're not getting from this setup. I'll just remove the crystal growth acceleration chamber. Plop the drive in there. And plop the storage cell in there. Not that it'll help much right now. And we need the ME terminal. And that needs another logic processor, then formation cores and annihilation cores. And what else was that? An illuminated panel, which is quartz, glowstone, redstone, and iron. And I just figured out that you could actually shift click things. Oops. Can you press my sandwich? Logic, silicon, and or top, bottom, center, and I'll actually push it in there. Can I inscribe my grilled cheese? Alright, so let's actually pull some stuff out there. We need pure Certus, and was it regular Certus? Yeah, it's charged. We need pure... yeah, pure Certus quartz, pure nether, and we need some more Fluix dust. And we can only get that from pulverizing Fluix crystals, so I'm gonna take a small handful of these and get them pulverized. Alright, formation core and annihilation core. Crap. Well, made a few too many annihilation cores, but that's used up the parts I wanted to use. Of course I did. So we need another logic press, or a logic circuit. There we go, logic processor, and that should get us, or we should have all the parts to make an ME terminal. And that should complete that quest there. We get another ME storage cell, and I have too much stuff in my inventory. Plop, 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 plop. And I'm going to take the reward bag, because me. And we get copper ore berry, which is okay. I was hoping for something better. So we got another ME storage cell, which I just broke. Put those together, make an ME storage unit. Thank you. And you can go in there. And the ME terminal, I should actually be able to connect this. I need a signal or something. Huh. Well, what's next? And I attach the terminal there. Do you have power? You're online. Can I put glass in here? I can put glass in here. I can now store all sorts of things in here. Like everything. Oh, lovely. Never lose an item again until, well, I can't sort out the inventory space. But that's the start to our ME system. Now give me my quest book back. Storage monitor, crafting terminal, and interface terminal. So we have a few more terminals to make. Let's get that calculation circuit, which is just pure Certus, and inscriber calculation press. And that'll give us a calculation processor, which we need for a level emitter, which is a calculation processor and a redstone torch. Do I have a stick? No, I do not. And there we go, ME level emitter. And where did my terminals go? Oh, there they are. So that's a illuminated panel and a level emitter. Gives us ME storage monitor. So I guess this one you can just see into your storage. Not what is and not actually store stuff here, because the ME terminal allows you to store stuff, as we saw. This one, there we go. You can right-click it with an item, and I'll show you what's in there. So if we have, say, redstone, no redstone in there right now. Toss some in. 37. Nice. So you can actually see how much of what you have. And so if you run out of stuff, well, you can see that too. All right. So the crafting terminal actually requires an ME terminal first. So we get another one of those. So it didn't quite waste the annihilation cores. But we also need a calculation processor. So that's calculation press and pure Certus. And so it's an ME terminal, a crafting terminal, and a calculation processor. I am going to grab my crescent hammer here, pull this off the wall, because we don't need that there, and put the crafting terminal there. Ta-da! And we could actually start crafting stuff in here. So, like so. We can make more jungle wood, and crafting benches, and whatever else we need. And if you shift-click, it goes into the inventory there. So that actually kind of replaces the ME terminal entirely. Unless the ME terminal does something else. So we need the ME interface. Oops. And you can set it up so it actually connects with NEI by toggling this to any synchronized auto or any synchronized standard. ME interface terminal is another illuminated panel with an ME interface and an engineering processor. Alright, ME interface terminal just requires an ME interface. And let's see. That requires formation core and an annihilation core. Of course it does. There we go. ME interface, and that should give us the interface terminal. Alright, give us a stack of glowstone. We should be able to make up these panels, illuminated panels, and the interface should just be like that. ME interface terminal. And what does that do for us? That's different from these two. I guess it connects to ME interfaces. Let's claim that additional storage cell. We have 3 of them now. And that brings us to, well, Essentia storage. So that's for Thumbcraft. This could connect up to Thumbcraft. And molecular assembly. You could craft items on demand. Which actually isn't too bad. It's just another couple formation cores and annihilation cores, and we could actually set this up to build us formation cores and annihilation cores. Just want to get an ME interface first. So that means we need another ME interface. I think the biggest thing about this is to get it to craft its own components. Now we should be able to make... So if we actually wanted to get these formation cores made automatically, we can set up the AE system to do so for us. And so we can get more ME interfaces on demand. Now if I connect the ME interface to this chest, and I think I need a glass cable, and hook that up to this ME interface, then this should be able to connect to the chest. Alright. I think for today this is a good wrapping up point for me, especially since I've gone about half an hour over time for recording. So, this has been Movies Rex from Movies Archives. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us a like, leave us some comments and suggestions. We'll be back with you next time. I'm planning on upgrading the applied Energistics system so that it can at least craft its own components. Alright, be back with you next time. Have a good day and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.